Hello! It is May 6th. I hope you guys had a great Cinco de Mayo if you celebrated yesterday. We did tacos on Sunday, fish tacos. They were great. GGG today brought to you by myself and Jasmine over here. She's chilling with me as I work today. And our GGG today is all about money. This is all of the cash that I have because I never carry cash anymore. But I'm going to talk with you guys just about um, money, how to use it, how to budget it, when, where to spend it, all of that sort of stuff. You guys are old enough now that some of you have jobs, you're starting to have that income, and then you're starting to have the ability to spend it where you want. And it's to the point where you guys have to figure out where your money's coming in and where it's going out so you can balance out the things that you need with the fun things that you want. So let's get started. Budgeting 101. Starting to learn how to budget is really, really important. It is a lot easier than you'd think to go into debt, which is why so many Americans have a problem now. So starting at your age in high school, when you're just starting to figure out what's going on, is really important. Setting a budget. This is like step one. We used to balance our checkbooks, but I don't think you guys even know how to write a check anymore. So anyways, first thing is to calculate your monthly income after taxes. Taxes take a lot more out of your paycheck than you would think. You can go onto your pay stub if you have one to figure that out. If you get something like allowance, you don't have to worry about taxes, obviously. You need to identify your fixed and variable expenses. Fixed expenses are things that you have to pay every month. This will be things like your rent, groceries, so food, utility bills. Variable expenses are more of what you guys have right now. Entertainment, clothing, dining out, rideshare, Ubers, things like that. You're going to set your saving goals. So are you saving for your trip not this summer anymore, future trips, vacation, if that's important to you? Are you fashionista? Are you saving for a new pair of shoes? Whatever it may be, set that goal. When you get past college or into your more adult life, your budget goal might be to pay off debt that you have. So a really good budgeting rule to follow is the 50-30-20 rule. Okay, so 50% of your income is spent on your needs, things you have to purchase, like your rent money, which you guys don't have yet, but will, your food for the month, gas, cell phone bills, utilities, your needs, what you need to survive. 30% goes to your wants. This is the fun stuff, right? Movies out, travel, shopping, etc. 20% goes to savings. Savings are really important. Rainy day fund and having money saved away, it's something like exactly what we're going through. So many people have lost their jobs, are struggling financially, and if you don't have that money put away in savings, when things like this come up, which they will, it's really important to have that put aside. So the sooner you can start saving, the better. I know I heard this like when I was in high school and college, and it flew straight over my head because I thought, I'm so young, I have so much time, and I feel already I'm almost 32, which is crazy. But I already feel like I'm a little bit behind on my savings, even though I think for where I'm at, I'm pretty good, but I wish I had started sooner. So if you take anything from this, start saving sooner. It pays off so much in the long run. And then when you need emergency funds, like if you get into a car accident, if God forbid there's a medical emergency, then you have that fund ready and saved for you. Budgeting obstacles, there's a couple that crop up quite a few times. Estimating irregular incomes. So irregular incomes are musicians. This is what we are used to. As gigging musicians, there are some times where some months you'll get 14 gigs and some months where you might not book any. So estimating that irregular income, make sure you don't overestimate, because then you're going to be in a really sticky situation. Paying for emergency expenses, what we just talked about, make sure you have those savings. And then forgetting one-time expenses. So this is holidays. December becomes a very expensive month. So just think ahead on those irregular incomes. Okay, credit cards. Very important things, but also very, very dangerous things. Americans owe almost $1 trillion in credit card debt, which is a huge amount of money, and you don't want to be one of those people that owes money on your credit card. I'm sure a lot of you already have credit cards, which is great. For those of you that don't have them, or if you're a little hazy on exactly how they work, that's what this little chunk is going to be. I'm always the kind of person, I didn't get a credit card until pretty late, maybe late high school, early college, something like that, which is really late. But I just don't understand the concept of spending money you don't have. I understand the concept, but it scares me, because if I'm spending all this money, I have to pay it back. And so I hate being in debt. It adds a level of stress to my being that I just don't like. So I think that's really helped actually in my ability to save and versus spending. But moving on. Anyways, so you get a credit card, you get a certain line of credit, so a certain amount of money that you can spend each month. The more months that you have the credit card and that you pay off, the larger that amount that you have to spend is. You must pay off your credit card each month. You don't have to pay off the full amount. There is like a minimum payment you can make, but it's highly, highly recommended you pay off the full amount every month, because then your credit score goes up. Your credit score is super, super important. The credit score, landlords use your credit score when you're buying a house, a car, a huge purchase. Your credit score comes into play. The credit scores go from 300 to 850. 800 to 850 is exceptional. You want to be there. That is the absolute best place you can be. Once you're near 700 or so, you're considered a good risk, such as banks feel that you're an okay risk to loan money to. If you're above 760, great, you're golden. So your goal is to be kind of in that 760 to 850 range, and you're good to go. Your credit score is based off of your payment history, which is about 35% of that. So that is, did you pay your bills on time? Did you pay the full amount? Have you paid off everything? Okay, super, super important that those things happen. Your credit utilization, so are you using your credit card, the length of your history. So the longer you have your card and then you're paying it off consistently, the better. New credit, if you open new cards, and then your credit mix. Okay, so how to build your credit score based off of those things. These are like the nuts and bolts of easy ways to get a good credit score. Apply for a credit card and begin to pay it off, and continue to pay it off. Paying your bills on time. This one thing, nothing counts more than paying those bills on time. If you have the ability to set up automatic payments, do it. There's certain months where we all get crazy busy, and then the first of the month passed, or whenever you're paying bills, and you realize you haven't paid it. So if you can put it on automatic payment, it has saved my life countless times. Make sure that you're using your credit card regularly. It can be light, go out to lunch, use your credit card, but make sure it is kind of consistently used. Paying balances in full. There's no need to carry debt at all. So just pay it off every month. It's great. If you're looking to improve your credit, avoid closing accounts, because that does affect your credit as well. All right, so you've set up your budget, you know what a credit card means, and it is taxes. This is the fastest tax lesson you will ever receive in your life, because I'm not the one to talk to you about all the details on taxes. What I do, so here's this is like not even 101, taxes 100. Remember, they take more out of your paycheck than you will expect. When I got my first job, I was a tad bit disappointed about how much they take, but that's fine. you need to track down your documents, the most important being your W-2. Your W-2, you'll hear this all the time, is what you get from your employer, and there's boxes, and it has all of the information that you need to enter for your taxes. So W-2, employer. 1099 is if you have freelance or gig work over $600. So not your main source of income, but especially for musicians, like I had an assistant directorship and I had a 1099 for that. So that is your kind of extra income, not from your main one. W-2 employer, 1099 other income, freelance or gig work. Okay? This is the last thing, and this is all I'm going to tell you more. I download TurboTax, and I just do exactly what they say. So go ahead and ask your parents, ask another tax lawyer. That's all I got on taxes. And that is all for our beautiful money lesson for today. Hope you've gotten at least something out of this and now can go off into the world and start saving. Jazzy says goodbye. This is where she sleeps every day when I work. I'm currently working on doing our virtual ensembles and I'm having so much fun with it. So yeah, I hope you guys are hanging in there. Please send me an email. Let me know how you're doing. And I hope you guys have a great day. Miss you and love you all.